people going through the exact same thing and have 10 different reactions. Oh, my husband just left me, I can't believe it, I don't know what to do, I'm depressed. Yay, my husband left me! I'm so happy! I'm free! How is that possible? You get laid off from work? I can't believe it. I spent 25 years with this company. This is how they say thank you. Oh my God, I blood, sweat, and tears working for this company. They don't care about me. You know, it's unbelievable. How am I, what am I going to do now? Doesn't feel very good. Mary Jane. Hey, hon, guess what? I just got a severance package. We can go on that vacation. You know what? Now I can actually start my own business that I've always wanted to do. Exact same situation. So if you're feeling miserable, I need to say, you are causing your own suffering. People don't like that when they say that, but it's true. What's causing your suffering and pain is not the circumstance you are in, but your thoughts about the circumstances you are in. Your thinking is what is causing your pain. Can you imagine? All this time you've been suffering when you didn't need to? Eckhart Tolle, oh my God, he's my favorite. The primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. Is that not simple? Okay, this is really deep, so this is probably the most deep part I'm going to be talking about in this whole presentation. Suffering needs time. It cannot survive in the now. I'm going to read that again. Suffering needs time. It cannot survive in the now. So what does this mean? It's kind of weird. Suffering needs time. It cannot survive in the now. If you are living life in the now, in this present moment, in your present, there's no way you can possibly suffer. Unless someone's attacking you or something. That's a little different episode. But no, if you are suffering, you are not in the now. You are either living in the past or worrying about the future. But you're not in the now. There is no suffering in the now.
Can you say that again?
Thank you for asking that, because this is really important. It was a big aha for me when I learned this. Suffering does not occur in the now. It does not occur in the present. It occurs in the past, and it occurs in the future. Which means, when you're worrying about the past, who did what to you, what happened, blah, 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 or you're worrying about the future, what am I going to do, what's going to happen, that's negative. But when you're in the present moment, there is no suffering. So when I say present moment, does anyone here have any problems in their lives right now going on? Would you believe me if I told you you actually have no problems right now? Right now. But let me tell you, that's all we have, is right now. We live in the future, we live in the past, but all you have is right now. This is your life, this moment, sitting here, right here. You have no problems right now. Unless someone comes running in with a machine gun or something. What's that? Yeah, exactly. So, suffering needs time. Suffering, that means that suffering happens in the past or in the future. It cannot survive in the now. Because right now, you have no problems. Now, some of you might argue and say, no, I still have $10,000 debt. Right now, does that matter? In this moment, as you're listening to me? Because this is your life. You can think about tomorrow, you can think about yesterday, it doesn't matter. You know that the past doesn't exist, right? Does everyone know that? The only, and some of you go, what are you talking about? I've got a past, and oh my God, I tell you stories. The only place that the past exists is in here. And you're living it over and over and over again. Like slow. The emotions come out as if it's still happening. And it's not even real. And you make it real. It's only, the only thing that counts is right now. This is your life. That's all there is. And then you might say, yeah, but what about the future? I mean, I want to, have plans and goals. Absolutely. But remember, those goals, when you arrive, when you make 3 million, 18 million, all the wonderful numbers you guys threw out before, when you achieve that, it will be now. Because that's all you have. Is this present moment. So 5 weeks from now, yeah, that's the future. But when the future arrives, it's now. Am I blowing your minds? Like, does this make sense, what I'm telling you? So suffering needs time. It cannot survive in the now. Anytime you're going through a difficult time in your life, you're feeling stress coming up, and I was doing that when I was going through my stuff. I was actually in my backyard of that house that we ended up losing, in the middle of summer, in the middle of the week, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, lying on a nice lawn chair. I had a new little puppy, little Billy, and lemonade in my hand, beautiful trees all around me, relaxing, and all I could think about was, how did I get here? How am I going to get out of this situation? How am I going to get out of this debt? What's going to happen with this relationship? I'm going to end up losing the kids. I need to leave. This is not like all these horrible things. And then immediately I thought, wait, in this moment, right now, what problems do I have? As I sit in my backyard in the middle of the week when everyone's working, 2 p.m. in the afternoon, beautiful trees in nature with my lemonade, I have no problems right now. Let it go. Peace. And when you get into peace, what happens? You elevate your vibration. You elevate your vibration, you're projecting positive energy, you will attract great things into your life, which I will get into. It's a lot of stuff. So suffering, unhappiness, stress, and worry are the result of living in the past or the future. So what's the second step? I know you know this. It's reprogram your subconscious mind. What is that? That's a little harder. We've talked about beliefs. Bob Proctor talks about it. Ane talks about it. You need to dig deep to find out what those limiting beliefs are around the area of your life that's not working. If you're wondering if you have limiting beliefs, who has problems happening in their lives right now? You have limiting beliefs. Especially financial, if you're having financial problems. You need to shed your limiting beliefs. You don't want to write this one down. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you believe. You just say all you want, how much you want something. I want 18 million, I want 3 million, I want, you can say until the cows come home. Until you believe, you will achieve it. It will be hard to achieve. So what are some negative beliefs many people have around money? Because that's what we're here for, right? Can anyone throw out some limiting beliefs around money?
Money is evil.
Money is evil.
Need money to make money.
Need money to make money. It's hard to make money. Sorry? It's hard.
Make you a bad person.
Make your bed first?
Make you a bad person.
Make you a bad person. You have to be smart to make money. Yes?
Money is the root of all evil.
Money is the root of all evil.
Who am I to make all that money?
Who are you to make all that money?
Banks and government is going to take it away.
The banks and the government is going to take it away, so might as well just not make it. over time. But it goes even deeper than that. Because all of you are different. You were all brought up a certain way. And you have picked up limiting beliefs over time. From parents, teachers, friends, family, experiences, all those things. And you told yourself something, and now you believe it. And you may say other things, I want to be a millionaire. But in the back of your mind, you're saying, yeah, but people who are rich are jerks. And the universe says, your wish is my command. You don't want to be a jerk. Right? So a perfect example for me, I've never had any issues making 6 figures, meaning like 100,000. I was having issues, and if you have a 9-to-5 job, really hard to make more than that. I mean, the best way is having your own business or having a full-time job and having multiple streams of income in other ways that don't take up too much of your time. And in the end, those multiple streams are actually going to be making more than what your actual. You only took 3 months off. January, February, March. I actually took 3 months off. Who can take 3 months off? Like, it's crazy. The freedom that you can possibly have. I have it, you can have it too. So I realized one day I was going to the dog park with my brother, and he was in my side, passenger side, stopped at a red light, and I was having this conversation about me in my head. And I was saying, I don't understand. Why can't I break 7-figure model? I know how to make 6 figures. I've made it many times working in the corporate world with fitness and all different things, managing clubs and all kinds of stuff. I made 6 figures. Again, 100, so low 6 figures. But making that million has always been difficult. And first million, just that 1 million, it's like I'm just going to break through it. So I'm sitting there, I don't understand. And immediately the next thought was, just so you know, remember when you used to manage all those people in the health clubs and what a headache it was and how stressed out you were? In order to make 7 figures, you need a big staff. You don't want that crap, do you? That was my limiting belief. In order to make 7 figures, I have to have a lot of people on staff. And if I have a lot of people on staff, I'm going to be miserable because I have to manage them. And I've done that before, and it was horrible. At one point, I had 300 employees. I was overseeing 5 health clubs. Pain in the butt. People being like, oh, people quitting, blah, blah, blah. It was just a headache, like you wouldn't believe. I don't want that. But what's exciting is that I brought a limiting belief that was in my subconscious mind to the forefront. And it was the light bulb that went on. And the only way you can do that is to start becoming aware of what you tell yourself. Especially around the area of your life that's not working. And immediately it was black and white. I was smiling. I was like, oh my God, I've been telling myself all this stuff all this time. No wonder. So now I need to shift it. And I said, not only will I make 7 figures, but I'm going to make 7 figures still working at my home, having my own office, no staff around me. They're all going to be virtual. It will be a really small amount of staff. It's going to be with flow, ease, and peace. I'm going to make 7 figures or more. And I'm going to work less. And that's my life today. I work from home. People have told me all the time, you need an office. You need people to show up at your office. I'm like, I've done that. I've worked in the office world. I am not doing that. I don't care if I make an extra $1 million. How many millions do I really need? I want my freedom. If I want to go take a nap at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, nobody needs to know. And I do. And I watch Dr. Phil sometimes. Skype beep. Hey, Ike, how's it going? Yeah, okay. Oh, you need that? Sure. Limiting beliefs. So, what are some negative beliefs many people have around money? Some of you, we've already mentioned a few, but here's a whole bunch. There's so many. Making money is hard. I'll never be a millionaire. I don't have enough education to be successful. I'll never make money in this economy. I'm too young or I'm too old to be successful. If I make a lot of money, I'll be less spiritual. Ooh, you don't want that. That's one thing, because I'm very spiritual. I'm really big into healing and all the woo-woo stuff and all that. And most people I know in that industry are broke. And they don't have to be. But they make stories around money and how that's bad, and that money equals not spiritual. And, and like when a student is ready, the teacher appears. You want to learn, then follow my work. Because you can be very, spirituality and money have nothing to do with each other. It's whatever you make it be. So you're making it be a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with money. In fact, the more money you have, the more spiritual you can be. Because you have more time to really connect to higher source. You'll also have more time to help people around the world and really make a difference on this planet. Listen, when you're broke, who are you thinking about all the time? Yourself. How am I going to get out of this situation? How am I going to pay my bills? I can't believe this is happening. Are you thinking, I want to go build a school in Africa and help the poor children in Africa that are starving? No. You're like, I've got to take care of me. Is that positive energy? No, you want wealth into your life. And you know what? People say wealthy people are jerks or whatever. Listen, there are poor people who are jerks too. So look, if you're a jerk, you're a jerk. Simple as that. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. I know a lot of people who are really wealthy who are the best people ever. If I make a lot of money, I'll have to work more hours and I'll never see my family. Well, how about if you make more money, or make a lot of money, work less hours, and have more time with your family, and do really fun, cool, great things with your family that they'll remember all their lives and have amazing experiences, as opposed to being at home, being totally broke, and then hearing you always say that you're broke, you can't afford anything. You can't go take tennis classes and have no money. You can't buy those cool jeans. You can't buy those rollerblades that other kids have. Other kids have because they're broke. You don't have money. How about having financial freedom and teaching your kids that money flows easily, freely, and from everywhere? And being in a place where you're not stressed. And being in a place where you're teaching them really honorable, wonderful morals and values about life and helping other people and being great people. Rather than teaching them that you have to tighten your belt, that money doesn't grow on trees, that you always have to watch your money and save and save and save. Because what you're doing is you're training your kids to be broke. Sucks. That's what our parents did to us. If anyone's going through difficult times, my parents still talk that way. To this day. Oh, Sonia, how much did you pay for those cherries? What do you mean you don't know? I went to Wawa's and they were like $4.99 a pound. Ma, I don't know. What, you don't know? You just buy stuff willy-nilly? Yeah, I do. I want the cherries. To this day, come on, and I don't know if you're familiar with the I am principles. Be very careful what you project out there into the world. When you use the word I am, you are stepping into that space. I am fat, I am ugly, I am broke. You do not want to step into that energy. So what do I say? Mom, I am rich. Anytime I feel limiting beliefs come up, like if I'm at a restaurant and it's like $200 bill, I'm like, oh my God, it's $200. And then I look at my friends and go, I am rich. I say, hey, $200 for a bill. But I always say that, and sometimes I have to explain that to them because I'm not into personal development. And so it's like, when I say I am rich, I'm not being like this, big-headed person. It's just I'm stepping into that to remind myself that it's okay, right? So if I make a lot of money, I'll have to take on much more responsibilities, and I'll be so stressed. Rich people are unhappy. Rich people are jerks and think they're better than everyone else. Who here needs to be sold to? Who here needs to be sold to? You have limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs around money. bad for someone to try to sell you something that you need, that would actually be good for you. Oh, you know what, this guy's a scam artist. Oh, here you go, trying to sell me something. Oh, what scamming thing is this now? Yeah, you're going to try to rip me off. Upsell, remember upsell? And then everybody is screaming. That's what they could mean. It could mean nothing. You know what? They might actually have something that will actually help you and make your life better. Right? Let it go. And the other thing is, imagine yourself, you have to move faster here. Imagine yourself standing on the street and you see some red Ferrari that stops at the red light. What pops into your mind at that moment? What's that? So a lot of people, though, will look at it and say, in the subconscious mind, I wonder what this guy does for a living. What did he have to do to get that car? Oh, look at him, Mr. Fancy Pants. Has to show off that he's rich. I'm not going to look in his direction. I'm not going to give him any attention.
Could be a rental.
But the truth is this, what is coming up for you around that area, you need to become very conscious of it. Now, my personal mantra about money, I've mentioned it already, is money flows easily, freely, and perfectly. That's up in my office. And you know what? It does. Money shows up for me, and I don't need to brag around this because, believe me, as you all know, I've been broke. Money shows up when I least expect it. It's like, the soldier just deposit $6,000 in my account. What is that for? Oh, look, another $2,000. What was that? Oh, I promoted something for that. I'm dead serious. I actually, this is so crazy. We're going to talk about elevating your vibration, which is really important. When you elevate your vibration to a super high level, you will be attracting more money into your life. You become so intuitive and so clear when you're at this state that is above 500, which I will be talking about. It's just crazy. I walked out of my house about 3 weeks ago, and I knew, I bought a brand new home, by the way. I bought myself my dream home, 45 stairs in the home, and I'm so happy. It's my sanctuary. It's a beautiful place, and I don't really know my neighbors. And I walk out and I see a neighbor I've never seen before, and she's talking to someone who is in the car, and she's like, ciao Bella, to this lady. And I'm like, ciao Bella, she's Italian. I'm Italian. And I go, you know, Italians in this neighborhood. That's interesting. So I start walking with my dog, and out of the blue, I decide to look over. And she's going to the door, and something inside me, this is when you have a clearing and you're vibrating at a much higher level. And something said, speak to this lady. And I said, excuse me, are you Italian? She said, yes, I am. Oh, I'm Italian. And she said, oh my God, I didn't know there was another Italian in this neighborhood, la 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 la. And we started talking, and she gave me some donuts and stuff. Anyway, but, and she goes, what's your name? I said, my name is Sonia. I go, what's your name? She goes, my name is Ina. I said, nice to meet you. I said, anyway, I'm going to go and continue with my walk. I go home, and then the doorbell rings about 2 hours later. And it's Ina. And she goes, she's standing there, she's got an envelope in her hand, and she says, what's your name again? Sonia, what's your last name? I go, Ricati. She said, oh my God. This envelope's for you. And it was an open envelope. Because listen, I'm sorry I opened it, but this envelope was delivered to my house. And I took the envelope, I didn't open it, and I just put it back in the mailbox without putting it in the sender. So what they do, they mail it back to them. She got the envelope again. She goes, oh, this damn envelope again. And she goes, you know what, I'm just going to throw it out. And her husband said, before you throw it out, open the envelope. So she opens the envelope. And in there she saw it said Sonia Ricati. Inside there was something in there. And she said, well, I can't throw this out. And literally 2 hours later, she met me on the street. And she hands me this envelope, which this is for you. I swear. A $7,500 check. Just so you know. Wow. And all it was just a check in the envelope. It didn't even have like anything, no letter attached to it. I knew it was for business and affiliate stuff that I've done and surprise everyone. But my point is this: if I hadn't been vibrating at a super high level, I would not have received the message to speak to this woman. So God, universe is saying, that lady has something of yours, and we'll speak to her now. No, I didn't hear that part. I just heard speak to that lady. Okay. Thanks. I have not seen that woman ever since. I swear. It's pretty crazy. I'm just going over 5 minutes. Is that cool with everybody? So the third step is elevate your vibration, which is above the 500 level. So what does this mean? Now, is anyone familiar with Power versus Force?
Yes.
The book? Okay, great. I read this book, many, many years ago. I saw it at a chiropractor's office. It was on the table. And Dr. David Hawkins had this, what he called a calibrated scale of consciousness, which was a scale of 1 to 1,000. And what he was doing is he was testing consciousness on the planet with human beings around the planet. And the scale was between 1 to 1,000. And what he found was that certain emotions that people were in had vibrated at a very low level. And certain emotions that were very high. There were certain emotions that were very high, which were above that 500. So remember, 1 to 1,000. So anything that you were, let's say, you were feeling shame, guilt, fear, anger, those were all below 500. Anything that had to do with love, peace, joy, and gratitude were above 500. People like Jesus, Buddha, they were really high up there, like 1,000. They say that there isn't anyone on the planet at the moment that's at 1,000. So what I say is, and you may have heard this, Christy Marie Sheldon talks about this too, you want to get yourself to that above 500 level. That means getting yourself to a state of love, peace, joy, and gratitude. Just focus on being in those 4 states. If you're just in peace, you're vibrating at a super high level. That means if there's suffering, what you do, shift your thoughts. Understand to live in the now. Understand this too shall pass, and great things are waiting for you around the corner. Peace. Peace. Oh my God, I'm going to speak to this lady now. Peace. Oh my God, the word unsinkable came to me. If I had all that clutter and stress going on in my mind, I would not have heard those messages, and I wouldn't even speak to you about something. So what are some things you can do to elevate your vibration to the above 500 level? Well, first of all, you all know this. Choose your friends carefully. If you hang around people that are gossiping all day, saying negative things about other people, and are just very unhappy complainers, time to change friends. Find a new group of people. What's exciting is that you're here. So you're making a whole bunch of new friends too. Make sure you get numbers and contact information, put together masterminds, do all kinds of things. Forgive, this is really hard. You know, when you hold on to negative stuff that's happened to you in your past, and that includes forgiving yourself. That includes forgiving yourself. We've all done stuff in our lives that we're not happy about. We have said something we shouldn't have, done something we shouldn't have. Let it go. The past doesn't exist. It's time to move forward. Now you can change right this moment and be the best person you could possibly be, or let it go. Same thing with people that are, have done things to you. The only person you're hurting when you don't forgive is yourself. It's like, when you don't forgive, it's like drinking rat poison and expecting the rat to die. You drinking rat poison and expecting the rat to die. It doesn't even make sense. Always come from a place of love. This is a really huge one for me. I've been working really hard to come from a place of non-judgment. Do you know we judge people all the time based on their own beliefs? And it comes up for me, and I read it to this day. It's like, there you go, you judge me again, let it go. Right? Always come from a place of love. Anytime that you find that your blood pressure is starting to rise because somebody's pissing you off, ask yourself this question. If I were coming from a place of love, how would I react? And then act that way. Because remember, hurt people hurt people. You get that? Hurt people hurt people. When somebody is screaming at you, swearing at you, doing something negative, or doing something to hurt you, and then you just jump back right in there into that energy, nothing good is going to come out of that. If they're reacting that way, they're going to hurt someone somehow, whether it's from you or from, it's how they interpret the situation. So you will diffuse so many situations by simply coming from a place of love and letting it go. Be the bigger person. Have an attitude of gratitude. We all know that. Come on. I don't care what's going on in your life right now. You got amazing things going on in your life. Focus on that. Connect to your higher self. What does that mean? Meditate. Journal. Really get to that place where you feel true and at peace and connected to the God of your understanding. That is where all the answers lie. Do you know you get whispers all the time with the answers to all the problems? But we don't hear them because we're too busy telling our stories to ourselves. But when you connect to your higher self and come to get to this place of peace, the answers come to you. Surrender to what is. Listen, whatever's going on in your life, you need to just accept it exactly the way it is and exactly the way it isn't. And that doesn't mean you're giving up. It's about stop complaining and stop saying it shouldn't be that way because it is that way. So let it go and move forward. And the sooner you let it go, the sooner you get the answers. The sooner things will come to you. And it can be a million ways. If you need to get out of debt and you can't figure out how, it doesn't matter. When you're in a place where you're vibrating at a really high level, stuff is going to come to you that you won't even imagine. Like you can even imagine that phone call, the chance meeting you have. Somebody showing up at your door with $7,500. Like, seriously. Let go of the past. Now, as you can imagine, every single one of these, I have a whole module and stuff. Like, it takes a long time, but just so you understand, when you hold on to the past, it's like being cheated. Past doesn't exist. Let it go. Today is the start of a new life. Want to know the true secret to financial wealth and success? You know this already. Do you? Want to know? Yes? No?
Yes.
Do what successful people do and be successful. We've all heard that. But there's a word missing.